Mr. Vasudev Barkur, who is the Executive Director of ETG. 18 years into cashews, you have seen ups and downs. How did you come and how was your experience, your journey in cashews?
Yeah, it has been interesting and fascinating journey. I'm actually not a cashew man. I'm by profession, I'm a chartered accountant. I joined ETG as the finance head. So it so happened that after me joining as finance head, after a while, 2 years after my joining, I had an opportunity to do a bit on cashew trade, which was essentially handled by our chairman till that time. So our chairman said, okay, so can you just oversee this cashew trade? That's how it started. Then, since then, I think it's been a journey which I feel that I enjoy. Being originating, I'm from coastal India, so I've been seeing cashew trees from my childhood. So it's always fascinated me that okay, I am connected to this particular commodity in some or other way. That's how it started, and then we started expanding as ETG. We started in Kenya, then we came into Tanzania, then we started expanding within Africa and outside Africa. I think it has been a good synergy between these two, that we started expanding our cashew desk also along with the other commodity desk. Right. So that's what we made us today. Probably we as ETG, probably one of the largest traders or cashew players in the world.
ETG just completed 50 years.
Yeah.
So please tell me about it.
Yeah.
The
so
happiness.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. It's a proud moment for all of us. 2017 being our 50th anniversary year. ETG was originally started in 1967, and our current chairman, Mr. Mahesh Patel, took over in 1980s. So originally it was a British gentleman who started this company. Then Mr. Mahesh took it over. Then we started growing, and for the last probably the 6+ years, our growth has been phenomenal. We are probably one of the players in commodity markets to reckon with in African reference and also in the global reference. So it's been a wonderful journey, and truly I should say that we have played the part of a commodity player in a very significant way in Africa.
Great.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also, sir, recently we got to know that ETG has opened a plant in Nampula,
Yeah.
Mozambique.
Yeah.
We just wanted to know, like, what are the prospects, processing capacity, and how is this?
Actually, Nampula plant is the second plant
Right.
in Mozambique.
Right.
The first plant of the group started in Mozambique in a town called Shure in 2006.
Oh.
So it's 10 years plus now.
Right, sir.
So for that plant. And now the second plant, which has been under construction for last 2 years, it eventually got delayed a bit, but finally it started commercial production. So just to mention here, in the beginning of December, there was an official inauguration ceremony.
Right, sir.
Done by the president of Mozambique.
Oh.
And our chairman, myself, we were all there. And the plant is basically focusing on our ETG's traditional philosophy of value building in Africa. So in that direction, we set up this plant in Nampula. And this plant has a capacity to do 20 tons a day.
Wow.
Okay, so initially I think now we are in the process of achieving that. It will take a while for us to achieve the ultimate capacity.
Yes, sir.
But at the moment we are very much there, and it is catering wide employment. Our focus is to see that what way we can be of help to develop African skill set, add value in origin, which is our area of play, which is Africa, and eventually to become a one amongst the community with a solid corporate social responsibility. So this is the basic intention, and we are sure that this plant is going to be successful, which might pave way to build more plants in Mozambique and elsewhere.
Yes, sir. So you've been in Africa, you know, in and out of it. I just wanted to know, how is the weather so far in Africa, West Africa basically? The cashew season is yet to start, and how is the crop size? How do you see the season this?
Just to start from East Africa had a tremendous good season.
Right, sir.
Especially Tanzania. That weather has been absolutely fantastic. And what we get to hear at the moment, based on our survey, the ground weather is perfectly all right. It's very good in Benin, Ivory Coast, and Burkina. These are the countries which are generally going to start with the West African season. And as per the basic survey of the crop appears to be very good. We hope that all of us, all cashew fraternity, cashew buyers, sellers, processors, everyone probably going to have a good season. We're also sure that the prices, the way it has been gone, I think supernaturally up, probably would find some solid base to set some affordable levels, which would benefit everyone, the growers, the buyers, the sellers and processors, everyone.
And also, sir, food safety and quality is the most concerned topic right now. So what are the advanced technologies that ETG has adapted to make?
Okay, we at ETG, we run our facilities in a way that cashew processing plants are some of the broader processing base of ETG. We do have pulses processing plant, we have wheat processing, maize processing, soya processing. We also have consumer division, which gives the product direct to the consumer. So we are aware how important it is to maintain high standards, high quality standards in processing area.
Right,
so which paves way for us to follow the high set standard. We have ISO certificates, we follow HACCP standards. So the absolute high level hygiene standards. We do have a separate EHS department which oversees the environment and health and safety division, and we work with the best of international agencies to set these standards. So we generally make third party to visit our places and give the certification, and also we always invite our buyer representatives to visit our place so that our high standards are always visible. From our side, we do invest in quite a bit in setting these levels, high standard levels. Maybe it is sanitation, maybe it is floor, maybe it is the overall atmosphere, maybe the equipment, cleanliness, maintenance, everything we take it very seriously.
Great, sir. And also, sir, brand Crosho has made its entry into the Western market now. ASEAN prices are high, and you know that now cashew is not the cheapest of all nuts. So how is the situation out there, sir?
Eventually everything boils down to demand and supply.
Right, sir.
Yeah, the price is essentially driven by demand and supply, and at the moment cashew, amongst the nut category, cashew nut probably, cashew kernels are amongst the high priced one. Especially it went to the peak in the pretext of a lot of demand and very little supply last year.
Right, sir.
I think it is going to stabilize. I don't really think that this price will go on raising forever. It will find its base, and it will stabilize. But for we entering West Africa, yes, our aim is to give quality products to the world.
Right.
We believe in setting standards. We believe in running this business as real corporate business, okay, where the commitments are commitments, contracts are contracts, and quality standards are consistently maintained. So this is the idea, and I am very optimistic about this cashew kernel and cashew business, and I don't think that this will go on rising upward, and there is a play for everyone, and the market would eventually stabilize. So there would be play for everyone.
As a processor in Africa, what are the core challenges you face, and how do you tackle that?
Processing is challenge anyway. Cashew processing is one of the most intricate, complicated processing processes. So which means from the raw cashew, it ultimately becomes kernel, and you have got 20 grades of kernel. You have got n number grades of raw material. You need to standardize in between. You have to maintain quality at all levels to ensure that it doesn't break, it doesn't lose its shine, and all those kind of things. So it is always complicated, and in the background of African processing, it becomes more challenging, because all these things essentially you are taking as new. It's a place where we want to develop the cashew processing, which means we need to invest in everything, invest in building high standard infrastructure facilities and warehouses to carry the stock, because you have to cover your stock in the particular season and you store it for the next one good year. You need to build the skill set, high cost of operation, and essentially there are other challenges which comes as part of the luggage as anywhere else. So we have just started it steadily and in a measured way in Mozambique. Now it's extended to Tanzania. We are taking those experiences to take it to other places. Now we do have plans to set up in West Africa the facilities in probably between Ivory Coast and Benin. We do have facilities, intention to set up facilities which already started the groundwork. And for us it is learning by experience and taking that experience to another place and building better standards and building that atmosphere wherein we can smoothly work blending along with the local laws, regulations and the people.
What do you think about WCC and what are your expectations for next year?
WCC, I think, as I always commend Cashew Info, Fortel, Mr. Srivastava and all his team members. They've been doing a wonderful job. It is one occasion where probably people who are directly connected to the cashew industry, they come together and talk to each other, understand problems. I think there are a lot of learnings in the conference where technical side is widely covered, and many other complicated areas of cashew are being touched upon, and that is being discussed, and some sort of solution is derived by the people, and also people get to know what are the other opportunities that they can take benefit of. Maybe there are a lot of cashew initiatives by a lot of non-governmental organizations.
Yes.
Those organizations, like maybe there are financing opportunities or finding the right kind of supplier or buyer. I think it's a good platform. They are doing wonderful things for the cashew cause, and I really appreciate and commend them. And we look forward to see much more intensive such conferences coming in the future by them. It's a good job well done.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.